So first.
Absolutely.
And I was like,
let's dig it all up.
Oh, no.
True.
You'll never guess.
So sidebar.
Yes. And also, I feel like I shouldn't have to remember everything.
I know.
Actually, I have to talk about this.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is Also Podcast. Just that, period, point blank. We're back. Just us two. I know you missed us. We missed us. We like to catch up. How you doing, Meredith?
Everything. No special topic. Like, we just get to go.
We just get to kiki. See where the wind takes us. At this point, we're just going to be talking about things in our lives because, like, we haven't caught up in forever.
I know.
Where the wind takes us. That's today's. You know what? That's the title. Also, Where the Wind Takes Us. I already named it.
Easy.
Check.
That's how easy this is.
Okay, before the wind takes us anywhere, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Patreon. All the links are in our description, and please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Okay, let's do a small celebration. Do you have one for me?
I do.
Okay.
I woke up to birds chirping,
Ew.
and spring is in full bloom. And I am so happy after having warm weather on my trip for like 10 days that like it is happening here too. I was so worried I was going to come back to Chicago and it was going to be cold and all the trees would still be bare, but spring has sprung in Chicago.
It still could snow, but we're hoping not.
You know what? I've decided to just be hopeful this time around, and it will crush me if it snows, like legit sticks snows one more time. But you know what? I'm choosing hope this spring. I
love that. I'm pretty sure that was what Obama's slogan was when he ran, right?
You know what? We 2008 need that. Obama era since he did RHOP, so we're going with it.
Actually, I have something because you brought it up, I'm going to go with the bit. So I should send it to you. It was an Instagram reel, and it was like, if Heated Rivalry was like time accurate, and in the club scene, they started playing the Mike Poser song, I Took a Pill in Ibiza.
Oh my God.
Which I was like, actually, yeah, because that was 2016, and all the things she said had not played in a club since like 2003. So technically, I cackled out loud. Yeah. I was like, that was the funniest thing. The best song you could have picked. Like, just chef's kiss.
That's crazy to think, like, what was actually happening in 2016, but
yeah, all the things she said was not playing at any clubs anywhere. No. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway.
What's your small celebration?
Ooh, okay, it's gonna start sad, but it's gonna have a happy ending.
Okay.
But I went to the doctor, and she took my blood work, but she also, asked me questions, and she's like, are you depressed? And I was like, I'm always depressed when it's the winter, because this was back in February, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm always fucking depressed. And then I got my blood work back, and she's like, you are severely vitamin D deficient. And I was like, I feel like everyone who's not in California or Florida is vitamin D. And she's like, no. This is to the point that we're going to have to prescribe you something. And so I did. And surprisingly, I do feel a lot better, even though it has been nicer. And so I've been forcing myself to go out because I'm so deficient. But the pills actually really do work. And I was like, wow, I didn't know it just was like not seeing the sun. It was like your body has like a literal physical reaction.
You do get things from it, not just your excitement, hopes,
not just
and
happiness.
dreams.
Yeah. I thought I was just depressed, but she was
a lot of my friends had to get on it too, because like even when it does become springtime, we're inside in our click-clacking corporate jobs all day. Yeah. Like, yay.
So I feel better, and now I use this at work to be like, oh my God, I have to take a midday break outside because I'm vitamin D deficient. It doesn't work all the time. Sometimes my boss is like, you're literally just being annoying, and I'm like, I know.
Yes, but I'm annoying and vitamin D deficient.
Yeah, both can be true at the same time. So we're feeling good. I take it once a week. So tomorrow is my day, and I'm going to get and I went on a walk this morning, so I got my vitamin D going.
Okay, you got it natural. You got it in your supplement form.
I'm
wow,
pro
you're
pills.
overdosing on vitamin D now.
Pro pills, always take pills.
I just never grown up taking I never had to take a medicine every day or something, so I'm so bad at taking stuff like
Same.
that. I didn't know it was once a week though. That's great.
That's how strong they are, yeah. So I leave it on my counter, and then every Sunday I take it.
I think great ritual.
That's my thing. Thank you so much. Anyway, so yay the sun. All right. Should we get into news?
There's
news.
so much going on. You go first.
Okay, we gotta talk. March Madness is over. The madness and the sadness is done. I would like to say, in my work league, I won the men's league.
Nice.
Who would have thought? I didn't know anyone. I just was picking and choosing. But I picked Illinois to go pretty far because I always try and go Midwestern-ish schools I know.
Okay.
But I did think UConn was going to beat them out, so I got that right. And then I picked Michigan just because they're Midwestern.
Alicia, that's insane.
No, I was good. I was really good. I had no idea what was happening.
Damn.
When I picked. I just joined because it was 50% will go to charity and 50% will go to the winner. So I was like, I'll make a bracket.
Yeah, why not? Oh
and then,
my God.
Yeah, my boss ran it and he was like, you won. And then I got Venmo'd $50. And I was like, whoa.
That's huge. I love it.
I lost the women's very badly. Very badly.
It's hard. I think it's harder when you know more information because you're also trying to predict, the upsets that you think will happen. On the men's side, there's obviously way more in the early rounds. Upsets that typically happen that you're trying to find that one and that Cinderella, and that's it makes it harder. And well, you have this too with like loving a team or something. You kind of get a little bit
biased.
You have, and I didn't want a Big Ten team to win in the men's, so I would not let that happen. That's who won.
Hey, Michigan, what's up? Who would have thought? I also was I don't want to pick UConn on both my brackets. That'd be so boring.
Dude, I was a little nervous that was going to happen because I know enough about the women's because of you, thankfully, that I was obviously they're number one seed. They're a powerhouse on the women's side. And then I do know them on the men's just from watching men's basketball the last few years. But I was like, no, that's the last thing I want. And how do I have to now root against AZ FUD? Because I can't have them winning on both sides.
UConn's a very hateable team. They're very hateable. But actually, the day of the Final Fours, I was I think I've picked wrong. I think South Carolina is going to beat them. I didn't know what, but watching UConn play throughout the tournament, I was like, they're not very great. They're not. I don't know what happened. And I was like, and South Carolina's not going to get beat by them twice. You just know. Some things
they're
you can
hungry.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were hungrier.
I was rooting for South Carolina, and I was telling my whole family, I was like, this is hard because I love the stories of AZ that you've told me, but I can't just root for one person.
Dude.
That was hard.
We talked about it. First of all, I can never really root against Dawn, okay? I love Dawn Staley. Oh my God, she's just amazing. And her team is really good, and I think she genuinely gets great, people on her team. And though AZ's great, I also don't like a team to win 2 in a row. I hate when that happens.
I understand that. Yep.
I hated 2 in a row. And then also, AZ just couldn't pull it out this tournament. She just wasn't very good. And I think the difference between superstars and then great good players is even when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing well, shooting, you're gonna make shit happen.
Exactly.
And she just couldn't. She got in her head, I think, and yeah, rough. But they already won one, so I didn't feel bad. I was whatever.
It's not like she's leaving college and doesn't have this experience.
Same thing with South Carolina. A lot of their players had one or two, and I was like, that's fine. UCLA really brought it.
I was thrilled that they won on the
good.
Women's side. That was amazing.
It was a
story
good
all around.
Yeah, it was good. They had a ton of fucking seniors too, 6 of them. So I'm glad
they all stayed
got
to try to win it, which is so cool. Also, God, I don't know their last name, but the sisters, their mom is trying to recruit for UCLA now, which I think is so
online.
She's like, let me tell you why it's a great school. I'm I love when families get so involved in programs. I'm obsessed with that.
Also, Lauren Betts, the older one who's now going into the draft, she She's like literally, I'm not doing this as a joke. I hate the kids, but she's literally 6'7". And so she's like huge and tall. And she used to play at Stanford, and she actually took a break from basketball and checked herself into a mental institution.
Really?
Because she was struggling so much mentally. And then last year, she was really open about it and was like, I knew I wasn't okay, and I took a step back. I got myself right. She's like, this isn't an easy environment to, like, play sports, but also, like, on the level we do. And so she was like, I knew I wasn't okay. I asked for help. I got it. And now, like, I'm going to come back. And then she lost last year, but then this year she got it. And I was like, I'm so happy
amazing.
for her. And she stayed to play with her sister, which was sweet. And yeah.
I love
cute.
that.
So a round of applause. And then I felt bad for Texas. I really do like Texas.
Yeah, that was tough.
It's all right. But what a time. The madness and the sadness is over.
Yeah.
See ya.
It like comes in so hot. It just like drops in your world, and it just like takes everything over, and then it just like disappears. I'm always like, oh,
yeah.
I feel like I just got like hit by a train every March.
I do think on the men's and women's, there were a lot of good upsets and a lot of good, like, buzzer beaters. Like, more than usual.
It was fun to watch. Yeah. Even if, like, you don't have, like, a team that you're obsessed with, or,
it was
like,
good
one you're rooting for specifically. It was a really, really fun March to watch.
Yeah.
I agree.
On both sides. And I usually don't watch the men, but I kept seeing shit.
They were like, good games.
It's the 1-point games that I'm always like, how did we end up here? And I have to go back now and like find that game on YouTube to be like, I have to watch it.
Yeah, it was a lot. I spent the first day of the men's tournament at DraftKings Sportsbook here in Chicago, and with 800 TVs, like sound on, a like beer tower, like it was everything I wanted my day to be.
I'm overstimulated thinking
I was. And then when we left to go to a different bar, I was like, wait, what happened to my...
There's not enough noise.
I need more.
My screen time wasn't enough today.
Yeah, like I don't know how to regulate myself anymore without like 17 flashing lights.
No. Yeah, it was great. Great March, but now we're in April, so college basketball's dead to us.
That's next dead year. To us. And I'm not fully in on Scamanda, as the people are calling it.
Oh my God. Can I ever have a fucking breath, please?
Can we talk about Amanda's statement? Her statement on Instagram yesterday, saying that she's gonna return to normal life.
Scamanda sounds like scubaing or something. Like I just picture someone in a scuba mask. Scamanda. Yeah, her statement of she just wants normalcy, and she's spotted in New York with West, and
also she could just go to a bar with West is so weird.
They're not gonna last, right? Like this is super stupid. That
they better. I always listen.
They better.
If you're gonna do this, you better. You better, like Raquel and Sandoval. That was so stupid when they broke up. You blow up your whole life. I would respect you more if you're like it works. If you were like, no, I know this is my person, my connection. Sure. Yeah, worth burning the world down.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think though, like I don't know how I feel. No, I think people are quite harsh towards them, right? Like, let them go out and make out in public if that's what they want to do. It shows more about them than it does anyone else. But, like, what are they going to do if they're falling in love? Like, which, yuck. But, you know, if this is their end game, I guess we don't have to like them. It's kind of like a thing where you're just like,
that's true.
I like you.
Just think I would never do this to my friends. So, like, we've already established that.
I can't put myself in her.
In the art of a scandal, I'm like, why are people so dumb? Like, why are we making a post day of to say, I want to return to normal life, and going to a bar that day
with your
scandal partner? Yeah. And then she's like embarrassed, quote unquote, and like hiding underneath a scarf at the bar. Like, girl, like that's making it worse.
That's not Amanda's normal life. Amanda's normal life, we know, is on the couch at home with her dog. You're just making a scene to make a scene. Like, we know.
And it pisses me off.
I get it. I'm more like, if I saw them, I don't think I would, like, take a picture. I think I would just, like, walk past and be like, my God, can I have no peace ever? Like, you fucking ruined. I think I would just have a moment of like when you see like someone in a MAGA hat, when you're like, ugh, you know, like, my God, just stop assaulting my eyes. That, or like a smart car or with one of those Teslas. And I'm always like, ugh. That's how I feel about
Unlocked this. Is like anything I do being compared to a MAGA hat. Like, not that I am MAGA, but like that level of embarrassment. Oh my God.
Where it's not even like, people aren't gonna like maybe hit you, but like not really. But people will more be like, must you honestly do this?
The side eyes, the like what are you doing over there?
What are those ugly Teslas called? The smart?
Oh, Cybertrucks?
That's how I feel when I see a Cybertruck, and I'm like, must you ruin my day? That's how I feel if I were to see Amanda. When I saw videos, I was like, must I wake up to this? Like, is there no other option for me?
Yeah. I think the overall where I'm like looking forward or like looking ahead to, I'm like, this is giving like sorry not sorry energy. And like, I just like cannot watch a reunion where we get more of that because we've already dealt with that in Scandal. And I'm like, if you're just going to come with that, like, how about you just don't show up.
If they stay together forever, then they're allowed to say sorry, not sorry on their deathbeds. But like, until then, you should be a little sorry. Okay. A lot of people, I don't know why, people are like, oh man, this reunion's going to be bad for everyone. I'm like, no, this is going to be good for me. Okay. Stop saying the reunion's going to, like, oh man, Amanda's going to come in and not be sorry. This is going to be so bad. And I'm like, I don't care about these people that much. This is going to be good for me. I don't care how it is for the cast. But here's the other thing. I really don't think Amanda's going to be eaten the way Raquel was. Or Sandoval. No. I don't think Amanda and Wes are going to get that level.
No, they're going to be mute. And then, like, the rest of the cast is going to be like, you guys are weird, whatever. And they're going to just sit there and be like, yeah.
I think Bravo, not give them the edit, but I think, like, they'll help and, like, everyone will help. I think they're going to look really good after this. Or be tried to look very good after
like, that they took it, that they're remorse, like, they're sorry for hurting Sierra, and, like, that they're moving on.
And here's my thing. Whether they look like villains or not after the reunion, I'm gonna have the same energy. I don't like either of them. I don't trust. It's, like, similar to the way I feel about, like, a Schwartz. If you died, I wouldn't cry, and also I don't trust you with anything. And if you do bad things going forward, it is unsurprising to me. So I don't really root for you or care what your existence is. And it'll be like a Cybertruck if I see them. Oh, must like, I be as costed?
It assaults you when in front of you, but I don't think about them other than that.
Whereas, like, daily, I'm going to think about how incredible Sierra is, and if anything happens to her, I'll debate killing myself.
Hell yeah.
So, I think that everyone, don't hate on them. I think the best thing you can do, specifically for Wes, don't care about him.
Is be indifferent.
Indifferent about him. If he's at a Bravo event, I would be like, I don't really need to pick with you. Thanks, though. And, like, keep walking.
Yeah.
Absolute indifference.
I love it. Well, this isn't indifference because we both have to talk about him for one more thing. Okay. There is a rumored Summer House spinoff happening at the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, which I grew up going to. And first off, I know the rumors are that Wes is the bridge between the two shows and that it's filming next week, which I know it is not starting to film like next week, this month. Like, it is way too cold there. Like, that water isn't warm.
It's too
Nobody's
cold.
there.
No.
Like, this
it's
is
not
the
hot
off
dog season. Hello.
No. But I grew up going to Lake of the Ozarks, and so I just imagine the green-ass water that exists in this lake, the E. coli levels being discussed, the swim-up bars that people go to.
Wait, can I interrupt you really quick?
Yeah.
This is our show.
I know.
This is everything I would want in a show. Like, you and I, if it wasn't for Wes being the bridge, this is the perfect show. Honestly, though, I've said it before, as much as I think he's a bad person or not, he sucks. He is quintessential Midwest. Like,
yes,
this is our show.
He's, once again, Missouri's ruined for me. These people are ruining my life.
The show's so good. The show's going to be so good.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say, my prediction is it probably won't do well.
I know.
For people who aren't Midwestern, because people don't get this culture.
And because if it is coming off of the Summer House name, there's like a classier level. This is Jersey Shore.
This is worse than we're not dressing up in dresses. When I saw Jersey Shore, I said, who packs heels to the beach? Who does this? We go out at night.
The vibes. Mm-hmm.
Get about. If you didn't like Luke on Summer House, you're going to hate the show. Like that's it.
Oh, you're going to be praying for Luke.
When the sun goes down, the fire is made, and then you just sit there and maybe drink and pass out, and maybe people hook up. But that's also like, because we're not partying, maybe we go to the local dive on our boat or some shit, but...
I can tell you, I mean, there's some places, but like, it'd be hard to film just in general. I can imagine them adding the like party element where they're like having themed parties, but...
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah. But
it's not gonna hit.
Also, this isn't anything against Midwestern like, we do hook up when we get this drunk and shit, but also it's like not the priority. Like, if someone was like, hey, let's go sleep, or hey, let's do a beer bong, everyone's picking a beer bong. Like,
people are not going to pick staying up till 3 a.m. and be way too tired to hook up.
Yeah, we're not hooking up
to like make it happen.
I have a yeast infection because I sat in my wet bikini all day. Like, I'm...
You're so right.
I'm busy. We're going to hook up now? I just housed 8 hot dogs and a burger. That whole Lay's potato chips, that whole family-size bag was mine. And you want to have sex with me now? Please.
I haven't showered since I came out of the lake. No. Like, my hair is greasy. I have a weird film on my body from the sunscreen, the, like, lake water, everything else. Like, somebody probably dumped a beer all over me.
Probably
like,
a tick on us somewhere.
Yeah, I now have Lyme disease. Like, this isn't working.
I turned into Yolanda Hadid. Like, I can't do this
Not
anymore.
looks-wise. Not
but
looks-wise. No
honestly,
model here.
Do you remember that show, like, Buck Wild, that MTV tried?
Yes.
That's, like, the closest comparison I can think of.
That and the debauchery of Bush Finley Brood would definitely be in this.
Yeah, like, this is their baby. And Lake of the Ozarks is nice, right? There are nice spots.
The lake, no. People have multi-million-dollar mansions on a weird lake.
That's still that's what I'm afraid this is going to be. Because, like, though I don't think it'll do big numbers, I would love an actual Midwestern lake show.
I know, but they cannot do it at the Lake of the Ozarks. That is MTV
like
energy,
Indiana
not
Beach
Bravo
or some
energy.
shit. Yeah. No, Indiana Beach is kind of trashy. The thing is, the people you're going to see... I've seen the weirdest people of my life at, like, these Midwestern lakes. They could do some, like, cool lake in Wisconsin, like a small... You know what I would love? Like, Lake of the Ozarks is too big. I think you need, like, a niche, like, Wisconsin lake.
Yeah.
Or Michigan. Michigan would be so dope, because Michigan's nice, but also kind of trashy. Wisconsin's a little too trashy.
But visually, it will look way better on screen than the Lake of the Ozarks. I don't think people understand. I'm not exaggerating when I say green. It is the same color as the grass.
Yes. You can't tell the difference when you're walking.
It is one and the same.
Yeah, that's I also think people are going to be disgusted by lakes. Which I think is rude, because I love a lake. I'm a lake girl first.
Yeah, but, like, you accept that, like, we are in a trapped body of water, and anything that gets in it, the, like, oil that spills in it, it's staying there. Like, we're not getting rid of it.
No. We're all leaving with worms, okay?
Yeah.
But
that's okay.
I love a lake. Like,
I love a lake.
Oh, man. I am excited for it. I don't care if West is the bridge. The thing is, I think West has turned... a little more East Coasty, which is fine. I live on the East Coast too. But I'm not spending my summers in, like, the Hamptons and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll fucking see. But if they do it right, I will be their biggest fan. I will be the only view. There will be 2 views, and it'll be me and Meredith.
It'll be like when Wes had that YouTube show for 3 weeks, and you're the only person
just me. I'm the only one that watches it.
Okay, one more cast or like thing. This was announced, and I need to know your thoughts on this, because I've seen a lot of chatter on the internet. Real Housewives of Potomac, Robin coming back as a friend of.
Oh my God, there's never been a worse person on this show. I hate Robin. Like, I really do. She brings nothing. She gives nothing. I want nothing from her. She is so boring. And Potomac is not bad enough for you to go knocking on Robin's door.
That's what I've seen is because I'm not in the current, cast, but everybody's saying that, like, hey, this is proof that you're not listening to us. Like, apparently, like, people don't want Ashley back. People do not want Robin back.
Oh, my God.
What are you doing?
Oh, my God. If I could just bitch about Potomac for 1 second.
Go off.
This is what they should do, okay? I know Giselle is messy. I get it. And she provides great TV. Get rid of her. Robin's gone. People really hate Ashley. Ashley would be way better without Giselle. I don't mind Ashley. She's messy enough. We don't need Giselle and Ashley. Just bring Ashley. Then Candace will come back if Giselle's gone, because those two are never coming together. Yeah. Those two have lifelong beef. They will never be okay. And then Karen will probably come back, unfortunately, fine. But then Wendy will have Candace back, because Wendy's kind of alone right now, and I don't want that to continue. And then you have these great, like, friends of already. You have Jazzy. You have Kay. You had, well, that girl from Colorado is not coming back because she's a fucking fraud and everyone hates her. But then you can bring Monique back. I really liked Monique this season. And I think here's the other thing. Here, Bravo is listening to the ladies of Potomac and not the fans. Because all the ladies hate Stacey. Okay? They hate her. And I get it. Stacey, I don't think you've met Stacey yet, but Stacey, she would bother a lot of people, and I get it. But she's one of those cast members where if you get her, she is so funny. And the thing is, every time they come for her, she never really gives a reaction, which angers them more. But it's so funny the way that she just, like, tosses her hair at them and is like, whatever. Like, they get so upset and they just try to kick her down, and she is so funny and good, and I really enjoy Stacey. And I think everyone would if Giselle would just shut the fuck up, if Kay would just shut the fuck up, and, like, bring in Jazzy and Monique, dude. Bravo's gonna ruin another, like, people of color show, and it's gonna piss me off because Potomac just needs me to revamp it really quick.
Yeah, I feel like Bravo is very out of touch with casts and decisions that the audience wants.
Like,
they are not listening.
Robin, don't bring. I didn't know this.
That I knew was bad because I know majority of the public does not like her on the show.
I've heard she's boring. So boring. And then when you do try and call her out, she's one of those people that's like, "That's not what happened," and you're like, "Literally, we know the story. Tapes. Your husband admitted to everything." She's like, "I don't believe it."
I don't want to get to all that stuff because, like, they drive me nuts already, and I'm only in season 3.
She's only coming back because Giselle is, like, making all these big ass decisions. Get rid of Giselle. Let Stacey live comfortably. Let Ashley make other friends and bring back Candace. I'm so over it. I love Candace, and I'll never, even if I like Giselle, there's a part of me that will never like her because she's the reason Candace isn't here. And I can't. I have it.
Maybe they will do all those changes, not this season, but the next, because people loved Candace on Traitors, and maybe, like, people just need to, like, they're waiting to see the rewatch numbers to see if people catch up for Candace.
She's so good, everyone. She was, like, so good. And Stacey and Candace and Wendy would just be so hilarious together. Like, Stacey would be so stupid. I love her. I'm
finally where she's on it, and I'm excited to fully dive into her lore.
So stupid. I love her. She's, like, with a white German man, and then they, like, break up, and then she pays some guy to date her. It is so funny. And she never admits to it, but she always quotes Maya Angelou, and she's like, "But still I rise," and everyone's like, "Shut up, Stacey." She's so funny. She's gonna bother you, but you just go in knowing what you see is what you get with Stacey, and you just have to believe her. You just have to deal, because she is so good. Anyway, fuck Robin Dixon. Oh my god, I can't believe she's still in my life.
Do you have anything else? I have a few more, but...
You keep going. Okay. I don't know if I do.
sticking with like casts and shows,
Okay.
Vanderpump Villa, we've never watched, but the trailer came out and they are switching it to just be reality TV guests. And like the challenge is coming, Love Island casts like UK are coming. Like it's not just Dad Talk being the only celebrities, and Dad Talk was cut out of the trailer, which, I mean, my dream.
Well, Dakota's cut out of the show now. Supposedly.
Yes. I might have to watch when the challenge goes because that will be really fun.
Who on the challenge is going? Do we know?
I forget who was in it because I like just watched a small clip of it on social media. But the Love Island and the challenge one, I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was going to be. I had heard rumors that it was going to be all reality TV people, but I didn't realize it was going to be like shows we cared about.
I do.
Oh, and like Love Overboard, which I kind of want to watch, but like once it's like mainly all out.
I super miss the challenge. As in, it used to be really good, and now it's just, I gave up. But okay, maybe I'll give it a shot.
I'll try to figure out what episode it is, and we'll watch it and talk about it whenever the challenge happens.
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
I'm committed to that episode.
I mean, I think Vanderpump Villa, Vanderpump Rules, they really want the charm that Southern Hospitality has, and I just don't think they're getting it.
No,
they really want
it's a little too fake.
It's too fake, and it's too like we're making stars. Like we're going to be famous.
They're trying to be below deck too, but they're not letting the pressure of the job just be interesting and the high maintenance guests be the thing. It feels like they're really trying to get the staff and the guests to intermingle, and that's the drama. And like, I don't care about. I don't want that. I find that weird and inappropriate to go to a resort and like to hook up with like your chef.
Yuck. You know what, though? I've never given the show a try.
Neither have I.
Maybe I try it. I don't know. Maybe if I'm really bored, I have my soothing game that I play on my iPad while I watch TV, so maybe I'll just put it in the background while I match things.
I just don't get how the show keeps going, because I don't know one single person that actually watches it.
Lisa Vanderpump just bankrolls. That's why Vanderpump Rules got another fucking season. She's just like, I'll pay for it, I guess. Because let me tell you, the viewership, it cannot be good. Who's watching this bullshit?
Us.
That's the thing, is a lot of the times when I'm iffy on shows, and if I find people who have watched it, I'm like, okay, I'll get into it. No one in my life has ever watched Vanderpump Villa, and I don't know where to go.
No, I've only seen content creators watching it.
And they do that thing where they're like, I watched it so you don't have to. And I'm like, oh, so no one's telling me. Because if it's good, people will be like, you must watch. And then, no, this is like it's like a Nick Viall podcast. Hey, I watched it so you don't have to. Okay, thanks. I wasn't gonna, but make sure everyone knows I'm definitely not gonna watch this. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, what else you got?
I need to know your thoughts on the Love on the Spectrum couple breaking up.
Oh my God. First of all, I haven't watched this new season yet because I was waiting until I was really fucking sad to watch it, and I haven't been there. But now you have
all your vitamin D.
I know. I'm fucking pissed. So then I was like, oh my God, maybe I'll watch it this weekend or something, like before bed. And then I just hear Abby and David broke up, which I'm very upset about, although I can't say I'm surprised, because Abby's been begging for a proposal since like season 2, and David's just been saying, when it's right, it's right. I know. I think they just want, you know what? Another Love on the Spectrum couple broke up because of kind of a similar reason, where it was like Danny and, oh my God, what was the guy's name? Adam? I don't know.
I've never watched, but this might get me into it.
Danny's ex, she wanted to have sex and he wanted to wait for marriage, and she said, I'm trying to get it. She was very horny, if you're ready. She did not hide it, which good for her.
I love that. What season are they?
She's in season 1. You watch. Okay. So how it works is like they cast people with autism. So like Abby was cast, Danny was cast, like all these other, James, who's been on since season 1, he's cast. And then they set them up on dates with other people on the spectrum. So David was like Abby's date. So we got to know Abby and her home life, and then we met
Gotcha.
David. But we still really haven't seen, I mean, we've seen David's family because they've been on with Abby's family, but we don't go to David's house. He's not like a cast member. Like, I know Abby's room and how it's decorated. I don't know how David lives.
Okay. It's like you have one main person, the focal, like that.
Yeah,
I'm going to call it a housewife, and every other person is like the house husband. It's like you're there.
They have their cast, and then, like, they date. Okay. So James has been on many of dates. So Danny met this guy, and they were both into cartoons or, like, anime or something like that. And then they went to a convention together. And Danny also has her own company where she, like, she animates her own animation company.
Oh, wow.
And so her and, it wasn't Adam. Oh my God, his name's going to haunt me. But her and her boy, they went to conventions and they hung out, and then they, like, fell in love, and Danny was, like, pumped. And then the next season, she was basically like, when are we having sex? And he's very religious. But then we did meet his dad, and he was like, his dad was, like, talking to him, and, like, Adon, his name was Adon. Adon was like, I just don't feel comfortable. It's not something I want to do. But Danny was like, if you have sex with me, I have to break up with you. So they broke up. So sad. Because Adon really was, like, trying to listen to Danny, but you could tell he was just so uncomfortable. And then, like, Danny was
they
like,
have different ones.
Danny's like, I want to get it. And so now she's with a dude, and she's always kissing him online. So rock on, Danny.
I love that.
She's
Happy
very
ending
forward.
there.
You have to be ready for, like, the bluntless. So yeah, I love it. Connor, also, him and Georgie broke up, which I'm also very sad. So there was a guy last season, Connor.
I've seen them online. And he like, really loved, he wanted a brunette, and, like...
Yeah. So he met Georgie, and him and Georgie were great. Connor is very dramatic, and I love Connor, so he's always like, oh, Georgie, you look incredible. And Georgie's just like, thanks. And she's so cute. But yeah, they I think one of the couples gets engaged this season. I've seen clips that Connor comes in and is like, Georgie and I broke up. And everyone's like, aw. So cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we got to start over sometimes. It's love on the spectrum. We can't all end in engagements sometimes.
No. Okay.
I want to know how Abby and David broke up, though, because Danny was very open when she was like, Adon, I gotta dump you because you won't bang me. I want to know if Abby was like, we're breaking up, or if David was like, I feel overwhelmed, I want to leave. I'm questioning. Because my brother would be the type, I think my brother's very similar to David, and my brother would be the type of like, she won't stop bothering me for this. Yeah. I'm done with her.
Yeah.
Which isn't great communication, we recognize, but I wonder, I don't know.
Who did
it's very
the dumping,
sad. Who's Abby going to call now when she makes it to her new Candy Crush level? She's on level like 10,814 or something like that.
Damn.
She called Meredith. I'm obsessed with the show. Like I said, I haven't seen the new season, but I see clips. And she calls David, and she's like, two of their friends from the show. She's like, Madison and Tyler got engaged. And David's like, that's awesome. And Abby's like, are you happy for them? And he goes, yeah, I'm very happy for them. And Abby goes, me too. Guess what level of Candy Crush I'm on? 10,814. And David goes, I'm very happy for you. And she goes, thanks. And her mom is like, oh my God. I'm heartbroken though. But it's love on the spectrum. Sometimes love ends in heartbreak.
Correct.
And we just have to move forward. So this is a good learning, but...
on to the next, yeah.
A lot of people are really bent up about it. I don't know why I'm not. Maybe because I could tell they wanted different things. I don't know what it was. I'm sad for them, but I will survive.
Because it had been like 5 years, so it's like at a certain point...
They met on the show, which was very cute. They went to the zoo together. They're big animal people.
That's
and then
so
they went
cute.
to Africa. He took her to Africa.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so David really, you should watch this show. David really showed me, like, what men can do. Because after 2 years, he was like, because Abby loves lions. So he's like, I'm taking you to Africa. And that's, like, that's the thing.
Oh,
and then
that's hard because they, like, clearly are, like, such a good match and, like, in certain ways. But if he doesn't want to get married and she does,
I know. And they even sat in the African desert, the terrain, and saying, can you feel the love tonight from the Lion King together. They harmonized.
Oh my God.
I know, the day they saw lions. So
Damn.
It's heartbreaking, but they were well matched. Two animal lovers, you don't find that every day.
Gosh.
But David really stepped up. Sometimes men can do more. And
clearly,
2 years, you could take me to Africa with my parents and my siblings.
I'm in. Okay, I have one more thing, and this is why I've been crying on the internet all week. Have you been watching the Artemis 2, the astronauts?
Oh, I can't talk about this.
Went to the moon?
I refuse. I can't talk about this.
I was like almost crying on my flight home from my trip, and I was like, Meredith, you can't cry in public about this. Like,
Meredith, I can't talk about this. I'm also reading a book about space. Okay, I cannot talk about this.
Is that the one? What's her Taylor
Jenkins Reid.
Yeah. And between that and what's that movie that just came out? Everybody's like, why is everything
Project
about
Hail
space
Mary?
right now? Yeah.
Listen, did you like space growing up? Were you like a space kid?
No. I mean, like, I think it's cool whenever like something like this happens, but I don't think about it. Like in 2 weeks, I will not think about space.
Oh, to this day, like once a month, I think about what would happen if I was in space.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I've always just thought like I've known from a very young age I could never be an astronaut.
Yeah.
First of all, how scary is that? And second of all, no thing. Also, now I have IBS. I cannot be in a spaceship a lot of the times.
No, I seriously don't understand how they live life. Like, I don't want to know all the ins and outs, but I'm like, I was thinking all yesterday as I was living my life, like, what do you do without gravity?
So I've always been really fascinated, particularly on what happens if you, as a person, go into the atmosphere outside of the shuttle and you just like combust, like your body can't handle it. Like, I've just been so fascinated about like that, or like how you're floating in oxygen, but if like one little puncture happens, you're all dying kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, atmosphere did not help me with those concerns.
What?
Oh, I'm freaking out. And then there's people actually in space, and now I'm like, I hope they're okay. And then we named a little spot on the moon after.
Yeah, it was like a light spot
after the dead wife. Oh my god, no, I can't do this. Space is so cool.
Reed and his story was everything, and then also just like the four of them, like. And
they're so cute, just besties. Oh my god! And then when Donald Trump tried to talk to them, they all hated it equally. And I said,
nobody would grab the mic.
They are all allies.
They hit the like, just the arms crossed, like in front of them pose. Like,
you saw that woman and that black man. They were like, no,
I'm not doing this.
They looked at the white men, and the white men were like, not even us, guys. We can't even.
And then, did you see when they talked to like the Canadian Prime Minister? They're like joking about all their wake up songs. Yeah. They're like talking like
we got Katy Perry blasting because she's been to space. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
Kids like they were asking them questions.
Oh my god!
And then they were showing us how to rehydrate food, which I'm also very I'm fascinated on life. I am very fascinated by space. I am. I'm that weird kid, but not to the point that I would do anything I'm too scared of it. I'm very scared of space.
Well, you've missed the boat too. You have to spend your life doing this. Like, look how, no offense to their ages, but like, look how old they are in like finally going to space.
No, truly. But like, you know that question where it's like, would you rather like be floating in lost at space or lost at sea?
I'd be lost at space. No.
I'd be lost at sea. I can't go to space.
Well, I just would get really seasick. I think I could like physically handle space.
I think if it's in the middle of the Pacific, it's like fine. No, I'm dying either way. But like the sea scares me less than space. I think
if I'm dying either way, I would rather go see space.
I don't know. I like the water. I always think that question's really interesting when they like, you know, there's no right answer. But when people are always like, I'd rather go to space, be in space, I'm like, I think a lot of people just like, A, are more afraid of the sea, or B, like you are like, if I'm dying, I guess I just go to space.
It'd be so cool.
But I'm the opposite. I'm so scared of space. Put me in the middle of the sea. That's fine.
It is insane what's up there. And I'm like, I just love this renewed hope and like good news that we just had. It obviously will not last long because this world is, in this country is terrible.
I don't know. Someone might die soon. We don't know.
You're right. You're right. You know, we talked about hope at the start of this episode. I have a lot of hope, renewed hope right now.
Yeah.
And I am just like, copy heart, copy bracelet. Like, I'm with those 4. I love them. I'm so happy they're home safe. I was very scared that this also was going to end in tragedy.
I can't.
Knowing what's happened. But like,
I would have offed myself. No, but yes, I'm very happy they're safe. I will say space is interesting too. You should read this book, Atmosphere. I guess when you look out into this, so I didn't recognize this, and you see like a star, you're actually looking like into the past because it takes so many years to get to us.
For the light to travel.
I find that fucking fascinating.
Me too.
I love space.
And they were saying, the 4 astronauts were saying, because one of the kids' questions was like, do you see the stars? And they're like, you know, it's so bright. You know, they were having issues like seeing the stars. But when they were on the other side of the moon, they were able to turn out like all the lights in their little vehicle thing. I don't know what to call it. And they, I think Reed was the one answering the question. And he was like, it doesn't like sparkle or like, you know, like move a little bit. It is just a perfect beam of light. And I can't imagine seeing a star like that where it's like so clear. Like it's just a beam of light coming, like a bunch of them just coming at you.
Crazy.
I know.
Oh, it's got to be so scary. The speed at which these rockets take off at, like, and land, I'm so happy everyone's safe.
I was thinking about that when they were landing yesterday, because they had, like, 3 metrics on the bottom of the screen during the live stream, and it was like, they're going, like, 2,500 miles an hour, and I was like, wait, how are your cells okay? Is your blood okay?
Space is so scary, and they have to go through so much training. You ever been to the NASA?
I went in Houston.
Yeah, I love that place, but it's the scariest place in the world to be like, how is this actually happening?
No, the way they're like doing those mathematical equations down to the millimeter is wild. I'm like, they are, in my mind, you're just throwing them up there hoping for the best, but it's like, no, they had this whole thing planned, like, and it all went to plan. And I'm like, the way you've spent years and years and years doing all these like equations and like everybody's doing all this stuff. They all have like 17 monitors in front of them. No. I'm like, what is
It's crazy to take that equation and then build something from that like my mind doesn't work like that where I can look at numbers and be like, okay, let's put it together into like the way they had to calculate exactly how big these space shuttles could be, or like how thick these spacesuits have to be, or how much oxygen you need
to enter into Earth's
how these people are so smart. Like
so smart.
I can't even, I'm still confused half the time on like how we get up there. How do we go through the Earth's atmosphere? I couldn't tell you, but you're telling me there's angles? I'm still confused when we land sometimes. I'm like, how did that even work?
In Houston, like those people were also so cool. Like watching them like, it's like fist pump when something went right. And I'm like, you've also like waited your whole life for this moment. You guys are so cute.
That room where they all hang out in the Space Center has to be the most tense but awesome place in the world. Like once they're up, everyone I bet is just like, yes. And then once they land, everyone's like, yes. But God forbid something goes wrong and everyone's just like, oh my God.
I know.
No, not the scientists. There's so many bad people.
We're just trying their best.
Here's the thing. Okay. I know we can't, but hypothetically, could we like next time vote one person in the United States, since this is happening in Houston, that we send up with the astronauts and then they just leave them there? Kick them out. Yeah. Kick them out immediately. They'd feel no pain when dying. That's not a bad idea.
I feel like they would feel a little pain. It's like suffocating because there's no air.
Yeah, but it happens instantaneously.
Not instantaneous. No, it's like suffocating. You're like slowly like...
Not slow, because there's no air. You immediately are just like...
There's no way it's immediate.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. I'm fascinated about dying in space. I'm pretty sure it's pretty quick.
I feel like it would be like normal suffocation, where like you just go out, like you're like struggling. How long can you last without air?
Well, it doesn't matter because there's still like air around you. This is like your body physically cannot handle being in space. Your body would just like combust. Like puff up and you die.
Really?
I don't think it's that
Have
long.
we ever had someone just walk out there and die?
No, because you're not supposed to do that.
How did we know? What's crazy is, like, how did we know that?
That you shouldn't go to space without specific
Well,
clothing?
yeah. Like, it's just crazy to me that we
I
just,
don't
like,
know.
this
I'm
stuff.
I'm an idiot. I don't
A lot
know.
of it they did just, like, fall into because the Challenger, I believe, or another one that went to the moon, like, they just got lucky in that, like, using the moon's orbit, you know, like, helps propel it. And, like, they got lucky, I guess, like, one of the times. And so it's like, now we do that every time. Like, I just find this insane.
No, it is fascinating. Anyway, I love space. I'm a space nerd, but not nerdy enough to do anything about it. Just, like, listen and
just
be like, wow. You could tell me anything about space, though, and I would be like, yeah, I bet. Like, because I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
But I can name all the planets in order, so I do enjoy that. Huzzah. Should we move on to reading, watching, listening?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh my God, Meredith, have you read anything? All I've been doing is reading,
No,
reading,
I'm still
reading.
not on my new book kick. I'm just, like, rereading my old stuff. But
Heated Rivalry?
I filtered through, like 6 different books that I just have on my phone. So I reread a dumb, like, book a while ago. But I do dabble in a chapter every once in a while of Heated Rivalry. So gotta stay at the cottage.
Honestly, if I'm not sleeping, I'll do it. Because sometimes I get really caught in a book and then I'm, like, excited. Like, the space book is really driving me nuts. And then I'm like, I can't read it.
To, like, read a chapter and just,
I already
like,
know what's
leave
happening.
it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, well, I've just learned a book I read is going to be turned into a movie. So I'd like to tell you about. Have you heard the book Remarkably Bright Creatures?
No.
Okay, it's about an octopus. Okay, hear me out.
Okay, that's not where I thought this is going to go.
It's very good. And I just learned that Netflix is making it into a movie. And it's basically about this octopus at the aquarium in in Washington somewhere. And there's this old woman who's like the janitor, basically. And so at night she washes the aquarium. And the octopus and her like become friends. And she has gone through a lot of trauma. And he helps her like the octopus helps her get through that trauma. It's very beautiful.
Wow.
I gave it 5 stars and I cried during reading it. So I'm really excited to see it turned into a movie, although I'm like really nervous because it's so good. So if you watch that movie, the book is fantastic.
When is it, like, is going into production soon, or have they already filmed it?
No, it's like coming out. I just learned that, like, I saw the trailer last night and I was like, oh my God.
Wow. Okay. So it's soon. All right.
It's coming out soon.
Let me know when that happens.
Okay. I'm mostly going to do books to movies so that we can relate. Because I did read a lot of books, obviously, since we haven't done this in a long time. I read The Love Hypothesis, which is being turned into a movie with Lily Reinhardt from Riverdale.
Okay.
Is that her name?
I didn't know that was going to be a movie. I don't know why sometimes I think everything's going to be a show now.
It's about 2 scientists and they fall in love. It was fine. I honestly don't even remember like the problem. The you know how there's always conflict.
They had to overcome. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure it was miscommunication or something. It was fine. I gave it 4 stars. I also read this book series called Shadow and Bone. It's a trilogy. It is YA, but there is a show on Netflix that I wanted to watch called Shadow and Bone, and I need to read these books. But also, the author also writes another book series called Six of Crows, and so the show is both of them, which I don't love because I read Six of Crows a long time ago, so I don't really remember. And so it's kind of thrown me off.
Are in the same world?
Yes.
Okay.
But like on different ends of the continent. So Shadow and Bone, they never meet.
Weird. Then why put them in the same show?
I don't know, so it's kind of throwing me off. But it was very good. It's about this girl who doesn't know she has powers, and then she's like the sun summoner, which there hasn't been one of those in forever. And then she's like manipulated into helping out the bad guy who's like the good guy, but then turns out to be the bad guy. And then she obviously has a love interest who has no powers, so she's like, I'm gonna outlive him. I don't know if we should be together. It's very interesting, but it was a fun little YA read.
Okay.
And then I read, you heard of Carrie Soto is back? Taylor Jenkins Reid, Tennis. I read that one.
Okay.
It was good. I gave 4 stars, mostly because I'm not a tennis girl. It was fine.
Yeah.
There was something missing compared to like Evelyn Hugo and Atmosphere that I'm reading now. There was just like a little bit missing. I think the characters all weren't very likable, which is fine. Not all people are likable, but that was fun. I recommend. And then I've just read a lot of books.
I love that.
And I told you I read all the Heated Rivalry books already, so.
Yeah.
Dead to everyone. I'm so obsessed. They were all so good, guys. I'm still on my kick.
I agree. I've never left. I'm getting more and more people into it, whether it's like the books, if they've watched the show, or the show, if they've never watched it. Like, I will, and then I like show people edits, and then they're hooked even more. I'm like,
oh, I love a good edit. You'll never get me. Oh my God, I started following this girl on TikTok. I don't think I actually follow her, but I catch up with her every once in a while.
Yeah.
She just like makes up a Sims world for them.
I have so many of those people that I'm like still in the orbit of because
There's
I'm like,
more? I only know this one girl, but
I'm like, keep me in the fanfic. I don't like read the fanfic stuff, but so I'm like, tell me a story. I want it to just come to me. I don't want to have to go hunt it down, and I just want you to tell me a story. But I think it's so funny because they can make Shane pregnant on Sims, and I think that's so funny.
I love Shane being pregnant. That's like weirdly, I'd hate a pregnancy trope. I enjoy that in the fanfic. I forget what it was, but I got mixed up. I read this fanfic, and then I was like, oh my God, I kind of forgot that wasn't the real thing. Yeah, and it was like Shane and Ilya broke up in the long game because, like, you know, when Ilya is very much like, I need more. I need to, like, tell people and come out and, like, whatever. And then in the fanfic, Shane's like, no, like, you can't. And then Ilya's like, then I have to break up with you. And so they break up. But then, like, there's this one scene where Shane's at his parents' house and he sees tickets to Ilya's game because they're all in Ottawa. And he gets really mad at his parents, and his parents are like, hey man, he doesn't fucking have anyone. And I was like crying, and I was like, he has no one. I'm such an Ilya bitch. Sorry. Anyway, some people are really good at writing fanfic, and I fucking hate it. But I can't do the weird ones where they're like, he's a Russian spy and he's a Canadian spy, and they fall in love.
I want the same vibes. I just want more stories. And so, like, people to keep my world going.
But I need a conflict. Like, one of them gets injured during... There was another one where Shane, like, lost his memory and didn't know he was married to Ilya. Like, 5 years later, like, he thought that he was still... So then when he woke up with Ilya, he's like, the fuck are you doing here? And it was, like, very sad for Ilya because he was like, just left me.
That would break Ilya's heart.
But it was really good. I'll send it to you.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I can only do realistic ones. Okay, what are you watching?
A lot, and there's a lot we're going to be watching over the spring, so I'm only going to talk about my exciting new stuff or must talk. Have you watched Real Housewives of Rhode Island yet?
No.
Alicia?
Do I have to?
I know you're going to have trouble with the people and how they look. However, the individual stories are different enough that I think you'll catch half of the cast and you'll know them because it's like, what? It is so good.
Is it good already? It's only one episode, right?
These people, this is my pitch for you. These people have really long-standing relationships. Like, the first, episode is a lot of exposition of where people live. And one of my favorite things is, obviously, Rhode Island's small. You've been there, plus it's a small state in the Union. But it's like, these people are like, oh my God, she lives so far away, and it's 15 minutes. And they're like, I can't believe she would live in that town. It's just so far away. But they are like, people have known each other for like 10 plus years. Outside of Ashley the Bachelor girlie, like, she's obviously like the new friend. But all these people are like, oh yeah, I went to high school with like her brother or like her sister, and like we've known each other. Like, we worked at this tanning salon in high school. Like, they have known each other for years, and they bitch about each other behind each other's back. And then whenever they're all in a group together, they'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you'd say that behind somebody's back. And it's like, babe, you just did that 2 days ago at like Liz's house. Like, you're doing it too. It is so good how easy they will throw each other under the bus and how much they know about each other right off the bat.
I was talking to someone at work who was like, I pictured this. She goes, I know once we saw the cast, I had to get over it. And she goes, but I thought this would be more like preppy opposed to like Jersey. And I was like,
I did not know it was Jersey.
It's basically like the ladies are very Jersey opposed to like Connecticut, which would also kind of be mixed. But no, truthfully, I want to watch it. I've heard it's really good. I just normally watch Bravo at work, and I need to know the differences between these ladies. So I'm going to watch it this weekend.
What will help you is that their voices aren't the same. And so if you are watching it at work, like I think you'll be able to tag the women to their voices versus their visuals a little bit easier. I think the
first 2 episodes I need to watch and like get my feel. And then once I get vibes, I can zone out a little. Yeah, because we have one girl who like has basically like a sugar daddy boyfriend who is like dating somebody else in Miami for half of the year. So this guy is not on camera. He will not be on camera. So he like has 2 girlfriends and he splits his life. So this girl just lives in this mansion alone for 6 months with staff. And she's like, I really want to get married and have kids, but like he won't give me that. So it's like, do you leave this insane life of luxury? No.
To then like get married and have kids. So then she wants more. So I guess she potentially has a second boyfriend as well, which I'm like, can't wait to explore that. Like we haven't gotten to meeting the second boyfriend yet, but like that's been dropped in the like next time on. And then this girl Liz and her friend like Rula's husband definitely cheated on her, and like another girl in the cast is the one who like exposed it by like sending a photo, and like Rula's mad at the other girl, and it's like, she didn't do the cheating. Like, you should give that energy to your husband. But she's kind of denying it. But the picture, they put the picture on the show. And it's like, no, that means cheating on
Incredible.
you.
How's my girl Dolo doing? She just there for vibes?
We've barely seen her. We saw her at this, like, 4th of July party. There was no way it was 4th of July. There was not one firework in sight. But she was, like, introduced to the cast. And she's, like, Liz's friend. And she's just like, hey, I'm going to be here for the summer. That's all we've seen of her.
I'm only interested in her if she's bringing around Frank Catania, because that man...
He's not there. No.
Oh, well then, sorry, Dolo.
Her and Paulie rented a house in Rhode Island for the summer.
Oh, I forgot she's dating a different... I always forget she's like not single, but also with Frank Catania, because Frank is my favorite. I forget Paulie, the Irish man, is.
I know. Well, because she used to date that one doctor, and he was never around, so even though she was in a relationship,
David.
We never saw him.
Yeah, we never saw David. So she was still kind of dating Frank Catania. Listen, I don't want to side with a man ever, but during Jersey, I was like, I get why Frank's upset that Dolores isn't hanging out with him as much.
I love their vibe of like, we have known each other for so long, and we really do like each other as people. He just is a bad husband whenever they were together.
For like, sure. I'm sure he could have changed. She should divorce him,
Absolutely. But I also totally understand being like, we're a family. We still enjoy hanging out with each other. Like, we're going to be everything but like having sex.
Yeah. No, Okay. You don't even have to sell me. I'm in. I just needed to have time to learn these ladies, because the looks are going to send me into another breakdown.
I feel like you need a post-it note with the main storyline about each. Like, Liz is Dolores' friend and looks like Dolores. Like, Kelsey has 2 boyfriends. Like,
so the
Rula,
first 2...
husband cheated.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes, I'll sit and I'll watch, and then from there
You've got it.
I can figure it out. Yeah. Awesome, though. Rhode Island. Like I said, I thought it'd be more prep. Just being in Rhode Island, I didn't expect Jersey to be the vibe.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for everybody to sound like
Jersey used to be good. I mean, yeah, I'll say used to. Sorry to Jersey, but I still vocal sim crack up all the time by going, your husband's in the pool.
There's so much of that, Alicia. You're going to love these people.
I can send myself into a fit of laughter just going, your husband's in the pool. I think it's so good.
They were at a winery, and God, I forget who it was, but somebody was
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like her husband was doing more than just touching like feet. And then she's like, cheese anyone? Like immediately goes, cheese anyone?
Cheese anyone is awesome. Cheese anyone? It's like the cadence in which they talk sometimes is just so funny. My husband, it's just like, it's the vibe. Like,
yep.
Welcome back, scumbag. Oh, I say that all the time.
And they clock in of like being rude and then just being like, can you pass the salad?
Cheese
like
anyone?
into normal.
See, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, I can't wait. I'm in. What else are we watching?
That's great. I watched the Laguna Beach reunion thing.
Oh my did you? I didn't.
Yeah.
Should I? I don't want to. I don't know.
If you, like, miss them and are just like, like a little, like, heartwarming, cute thing, do it. But there's nothing really grand I learned. It was just, like, cool to see them together. It literally felt like a high school reunion. But there was no, like, drama by any means.
Was there anything that you found out that you're like, I saw some clips and I was underwhelmed by all of them?
Yeah, I would say overall it is underwhelming. Like, go in with very low expectations. They basically do, like, a reunion set, and that is, like, 90% of it, of them sitting there just chatting about random things. And then they, like, spend a night at, I think it was Trey's house, and so they'll, like, put those clips in between it. That was cool, like, them, like, being together, talking about, like, God, it just, like, feels like we're back in high school type of...
Yeah, Trey's the original, like, woke king. I always really liked Trey. He, like, put on so many fashion shows, which was so funny. He's like, I'm putting on a fashion show for, like, the youth of America. And everyone's like, ew, can I just give you the money? Do I have to go?
That's like, so funny. And then they go to this, like, bonfire for, like, 5 minutes at the end, which was dumb. And that's when, like, Lauren and Kristen are like, oh my God, we've never had a scene together. And they talk about nothing.
Okay, I have a question because I can't go into much detail because I signed an NDA, but I used to work for Lowe Bosworth's company. They filmed in the office. Did you see Lowe Bosworth in the office?
Yes. And I almost sent you a photo, but it was, like, midnight
it wouldn't have been
last night.
Yeah, no.
And so, no, you weren't. This clearly was, like, filmed, like, last fall. And, I almost texted you because I want to be on FaceTime with you as you're watching it.
Okay, I would love. Let me know. I'm free.
Because I want to know who the hell those people are. But it's.
No, I know.
I'll find the timestamp, so then you just have to watch that part.
Okay. No, I got a message from one of my friends who had still worked there, and she's like, "Oh my God, they're gonna film it in the fucking office." But she, like, was told not to go in that day or something. Yeah, I don't know. But they said it was, like, such an inconvenience. Like, Lo was being
dumb.
So annoying.
It was so dumb, too, because, okay, so Lauren's in New York.
The office isn't even very good. Yeah. Like, or, like, not the show, but the actual office is not, like, beautiful or anything.
Yeah. They, it was dumb that they did this, but they were clearly, like, just trying to get, like, Lo in it, because Lo, whenever they did the reunion set, was, like, via,
She's very
Zoom.
Pregnant, yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, she didn't really have anything and obviously wasn't at, like, the Trey's house, moment. So Lauren's, like, in New York, and this clearly is, like, 3 months later. Like, she's way more pregnant. Her hair's different. And Lauren, like, walks in, gives her, like, a baby present. And then they're just like, oh, my God, how are your kids? And Lauren's like, great, they're this age. And
in the office, they're just discussing this?
They're in, like, a conference room or something. And... It was, like, was so weird that I was like, what was the point of this?
Yeah. Someone, they got notice in the office, I know, of, like, Lauren Conrad's coming in. We're going to film the Hills reunion or whatever. And everyone was like, okay. And they were under strict instructions to not talk to Lauren Conrad. Don't look at the cameras, which I was like, if I was still there, I would have been fired that day because you're not going to tell me to not talk to Lauren Conrad, please.
That's kind of rude. Like, your friend who, like, people think is awesome is coming in and you're not even gonna be like, hey, like, let's like give her a minute to take a photo. Like, you're that above, like,
I don't
the
even
10
want
employees
photo.
you have to come in.
I just want to be like, hi.
Yeah,
Loved you.
That's the thing. She doesn't even, like, say, hey guys, thanks so much, like, sorry to disrupt your day, as she's, like, leaving.
Maybe, I don't know, but, like, the employees were told not to look at the cameras, make any noise. Don't look at the camera.
Like, we need to get our shot.
Don't look at Lauren. Like, just don't even say hi. Like, I would have been I would have hit first and been like, "Hey, love ya, what's up?" But they weren't allowed. They weren't allowed to. So
that's because I get, like, while they're trying to do their shots, hey, we're trying to get this done, whatever. But, like, once the cameras are down, it's like,
I think they left.
Yeah, it did not seem like she was there long.
Sitting in one of those ugly ass conference rooms too. Crazy. Yeah. Anyway, that's very meta for me. I'm going to look through it and be like, oh my God. Can we really quick talk about Southern hospitality?
Yes. I made sure to catch up on this because I have seen so much online.
Best show on Bravo. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is a mean question.
What?
I've been here before. So, like, I know what it feels like, but it doesn't happen every time. How come every time Emmy cries, she does the hyperventilating thing?
Okay,
I've been there, but it's only when, like, I'm really sobbing my face off.
I have been there when I was, like, a child and couldn't, like, handle things, you know? Like, when you're, like, freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't get how she does it this often over this. I mean, these are heavy topics, but, like, this minute of stuff in her life. Like, she doesn't understand these are heavy topics.
Well, Brad literally was just like, I don't want to talk. And, like, she could have had just, like, a few tears run down, but she was like,
it's performative.
Like, my God,
she does
girl.
it on command. I'm, like, convinced she does it.
Hyperventilates
it's not like it's
on command, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she cares what the public thinks? Like, can we shame her, or feel like she's unshameable?
I think she cares. I think she cares.
Oh.
But I think she thinks she's above things. And so, like, I think she thinks that she's in the right. This has nothing to do with race. Like, she is that, like, white woman who is, like, you're making this woke, or, like, you're making this into something it's not. And so, like, our opinions she doesn't care about because she thinks we're so wrong. But she wants to be liked.
But she's not. So
but I
what?
think she has such a victim complex that then now she's the victim of the audience.
In what? She's so dumb. Like, in what world? Like, I see what you're saying, but also I feel like if everyone's like, no, you're not the victim, we don't like you, how do you still be like, I'm still the victim? You know what I mean?
That happens over on, like, The Valley with Janet. Like, I feel like Janet isn't, like, weaponizing her shit, like, in the way Emmy is,
also,
but, like, I feel like
Janet.
that's how she... But I feel like that's how Janet interacts with the audience, because Janet went online and said people don't like her because she's liberal. And it's like, babe, that is not why we don't like you.
And you know what I said? I said, you got points for me, Janet. If you're liberal, I'll stand up for you a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, but, like, it has nothing to do with politics. Why people
sometimes
don't like
sometimes
you.
It does.
Yes, but, like, she has... Her reason why people don't like her has nothing to do with politics.
Maybe I'll give you I'll shut up about you once in a while, Janet, but I still have to like you. Yeah,
but, like, with Emmy, it's like,
she's MAGA and unlikable.
That is like, you're a bad person. I don't mind people being bad people, I'm going to kind of say, in, like, certain aspects. You throwing many microaggressions around, not understanding it's a microaggression, then making yourself the victim in all of this, trying to turn everybody against Brad is, I can't watch that.
When she was hyperventilating and Michaels found her and was like, dude, breathe. And she's like, he just started yelling at me. I was like, oh, he couldn't have been calmer. Brad could not have. No. Brad was basically asleep in this conversation. He was so calm.
He was so monotone that I was like, come on, like, give her a little.
But
I was mad that he wasn't giving it to her.
Is anyone ever just gonna be like, Emmy, stop? Like, is Maddie ever, or Lake, or any of her stupid friends ever gonna be like, dude, like, why was Michael
believe her? This is why white women are so scary, is that what Emmy says is, like, he was so angry, he, like, was all this. They believe her.
Thank God for TJ, who was like, no. Thank God for TJ.
But, like, when the reunion comes, like, I want Maddie to be like, oh, wow, like, I should have been harder on Emmy. Like, I should have pushed her, or, like, I wish I knew what I knew. But I don't blame Maddie 100%, because, like, you walk up on someone and they just tell you something, you're trying to calm them down. Like, I want Brad to have these conversations in front of other people, so then somebody can be like, that's not what happened. But it sucks that, like, Brad wasn't there to, like, tell his story about, like, or hear what Emmy had said about him, so he doesn't know how to, like, defend himself. But
Brad
it's just gross.
He wasn't there. He was giving Emmy the benefit of the doubt in the sense of, she can apologize and he will still be done with her. But she couldn't apologize. She kept saying there's context. And, like, there is no context to what she said. What she said was wrong, and, like, she cannot take ownership. And he said, I'm ending this conversation early. Goodbye. And I said, yeah.
And the way she's like, I was silenced. No, you're not being silenced. You can go yap in your confessional about whatever you want. Brad does not owe you his friendship, like, hearing you out. Like, nobody has to hear you. You can talk. You're not being silenced, babe.
It's, like, clinically insane and embarrassing, and, like, to a point I haven't seen in a long time. Like, this woman is insane, dude.
I know. Like, she can't go to that reunion, right? Like, she has to be done with it. Like, this is, like, so bad. I'm like, how do you, like, show up and confront this?
People are calling for her to get off the fucking show.
absolutely. But like she would still kind of have to go to the reunion.
I don't know how. I think she should, to at least, like, my God, if she could just say one, like, I'm sorry, and period, you know, instead of like a but or context or like whatever, maybe we could just like, she could float into oblivion somewhere. But like, she just can't. She's just, every time she opens her mouth, she just hurts herself more. And I'm like,
100%. It gets worse every episode. I'm like,
I didn't know
wow.
it could.
I didn't think you could get worse than, oh, I was scared of him. And doubling down on that, then an apology and taking it back, then saying he was like angry and scary when you talk to him, then saying you're being silenced. Like, girl, get your microaggression book out, because like you might as well just run through them all now.
She went through all, it was crazy. And like, shout out to you, Jay, who's like, I hate her still. I wish, what's her name? Mia would stand 10 toes down a little bit more. And I get it's hard if you're all.
But she's not seeing
That's
it.
true.
Like,
You're not seeing it.
You don't know what you don't know. So
and you're all at this house together.
Yeah, I don't
Justin should have stood a little. I mean, he heard Emmy say it. He should have been like, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need, like, Justin to be in that conversation with Emmy and Brad to be like, hey, this is, to, like,
this
basically,
is what you said, verbatim.
White person explain to Emmy, like, why Brad is upset now, and be like, hey, yes, it has to do with the microaggressions, but we also have another issue. You took back your apology, so he doesn't trust you. So, like, that's why he doesn't want to hear you out. It, like, doesn't have to do with the microaggression, but, like, now we have a whole nother issue. So, like, that's why. And then whenever Emmy, like, spins her story of, like, Brad was scary again, Justin would be like, no, that isn't what happened, babe. Like, get a grip.
They need to watch it, and I think this is going to say a lot on the cast, too. And how they act at the reunion. We've said before, Summer House does a great job of, like, specifically with race issues, they will discuss these things. And even, like, I've seen a lot of, like, Black creators be like, Kyle Cook is an ally. Like, at the end of the day, he is a dangerous white man, but that man's an ally.
Yeah.
This is going to say a lot about the cast. I have a question. Did the Lake Michaels, I get why Michaels was mad at Lake for running her mouth and talking about things, and I get Lake's mom who's like, don't talk to white people about Black people business. I get that.
Yes.
I did think Michaels was like way too harsh.
100%.
Like, that was crazy, him yelling at her.
I agree.
If I was like, when Lake was like, then don't be my friend, I would have been like, and then we're not friends, because you can't yell at, you can't be my friend and treat me and talk to me like that. If you're mad at me, let's have a conversation. Let's be like productive. But this is not like
the passive aggressive bullshit was lot.
Crazy.
I understand at work, like, you know, like one or two, like, because you're not going to sit down. But when we're in that house and I try to talk to you and you will not, we are on friend time. We have, 36 hours together.
And you won't talk to me, but you talk to everyone else about your issue with me that I don't even really know, and you're ignoring me, and you're being really blatant about it, and then we're at the dinner table, and Brad has forgiven me, but you're gonna then yell at me, and then when I go cry, you're gonna shout at me that I'm not the victim. That bathroom scene was crazy.
Oh my God. Because, okay, I'm someone who, like, a confrontation is hard. I understand, like, not bringing it up, but it's the fact that he talked to everybody else in the house. He, like, and, like, she would overhear it, and you're making, like, so you're willing to talk about it, but, like, you're not willing to talk about it with her. And then you're, like, every time she tries to get in your, like, orbit, you're, like, giving her mean looks and, like, dirty comments, and it's like, so you are willing to have conflict with her, just not, like, real, like, what the issue really is. He lost me with that. I was happy her mom, like, got the point through of, like, this is where you fucked up. Like, you should not have done that, because, like, that is important. But it's too far. It's too far. It's too messy. Like, Michael's lost me. Well, I felt bad for Lake so much.
He gave Molly the benefit of the doubt, and they weren't even not the benefit of the doubt, but gave her a conversation, even though they aren't friends, right? Lake is supposedly one of his close best friends. That's not how you treat me as a friend. Like, even if you are pissed at me, that is so insane. You yelling at me in this bathroom? No.
That was
wild. We're not friends.
And then when they make up, it's like, okay, like, where's it like, hey, I'm sorry, I, like, really...
For acting that way. Also, though, when Lake came back and was crying, my heart broke for... Like, I was like, she should be, like, in a sense, just, like, so taken aback that that's how her friend would treat her. And like, it was an we're trapped in a bathroom. Like, what? I'm just trying to regulate my emotions and you come and start yelling at me. And then he starts crying and she just keeps apologizing. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, no, you should apologize back.
Well, when Lake's in the bathroom sobbing, you have Emmy coming in, making it about her. And I was like, no.
Brad will forgive Lake, but not me. And I was like, yo, hello, no one's home.
I don't get how Lake and Emmy are friends. I don't see it. I don't understand it. From the car ride, that was the weirdest car ride of my life I've ever watched.
Poor girl in the back seat. What's her name? Jenna?
And then Emmy does that in the bathroom. We are not friends. We can be friendly. I understand how they're on good terms, but how are you friends with that girl?
No one. First of all, anyone who's friends with Emmy, get a lobotomy. Like, this woman is clinically fucking crazy and racist and terrible and probably homophobic and just all around fucking awful. Who wants that as a friend?
I don't. Because even if it's like you're not directing it at me, I do not want to deal with your crash outs every 3 days.
Also, what? I'm going to have people come up to me and be like, your friends are racist. Yeah, I don't want that on my name.
No, no, my name and like anywhere near me is not going to be like racist. No, no.
We have stupid Joe Bradley and Maddie, and I still can't believe these two are dating. I've never disliked... not disliked, but I don't believe that they like each other very much.
No,
well,
I can't
he
imagine
likes
them
her.
banging.
He's obsessed with her.
Yes. I don't get what she sees in him.
She's into Trevor still. I'm sorry. But like, okay, now he's out drinking and like blaming Maddie that he's not owning a restaurant by now. And she's like, I'm the one with a career, my guy. Like, you could do whatever you want.
I could see it more when he was, Joey Bottles and he was like doing everything at Republic. Like, but now he's a loser who just like follows you around like a puppy. Like, there is nothing attractive about Joe Bradley this year.
But then he just doesn't come home and he's out drinking, which like, also I know Maddie is probably the healthiest, sober person we've seen on our TV screens on Bravo in a long time. It still doesn't mean that she's not an addict or an alcoholic. Like,
yeah,
you shouldn't be. You can drink. She seems okay around it, but for Joe to like lie and then go get drunk and Maddie not know, that has to be triggering.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing. I don't think she minds, being at a dinner, someone having a glass of wine, even at the cabin.
She goes to the club, yeah.
It's the why of drinking. It's like, are you having fun? Like, are you, enjoying a glass? It's like when you're using it to enable or like get away from your problems, that would be hyper triggering because like that she knows could spiral out of control and then could also affect her life. And that's also hard to like build a life with someone who can't handle their own issues without substances.
Yeah. And also just like again, what their issue seems like I can't fully understand it, but I do understand that he wasn't answering back, right? So right there, you're not going to communicate with me while you're drunk. That's triggering. And then you don't come home till late and I don't know where you are. That's triggering. And
you're lying about where you are.
And you're lying. And then you're like yelling at me. Also, though, so awkward when he comes from Republic. He's like, can I help you set up? And she's like, it's raining outside. Go away. And he's like, are you mad at me? I was like, oh my God.
I was like,
Joe Bradley's a loser, dude. Maddie could do so much better.
I know. No, this season especially. I'm like, you are complaining about how Leva won't just hand you a role. Like, I'm thrilled Leva is not giving the Lisa Vanderpump treatment that she gave the Toms.
To these boys.
Like, we are not just handing these men a bar because they're like, I worked hard one time 3 years ago.
Also, he's mad at TJ, but TJ's like started a company and Leva is helping him promote it.
That TJ came up with it. He bought the like hot dog cart, whatever. Like he just asked for her to boost what he was gonna do.
Yeah,
and I think Leva cares about these people so much, and I don't care that like she wants to like boost up anybody's like thing to actually make it successful.
Yeah.
But they're the ones who are. He came up with the menu. He like worked with the chef. Like she gave him resources and tools to succeed. But like,
Yeah.
he has to go work every Sunday or first Sunday or whatever it is in Charleston and like hustle and like sell his business.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, Joe is like, where's my present? And I'm like, for what? How about you build a bar and then Leva will maybe like help you stock it and run it and like you'll learn things. But also, you're not even filling tables at this point.
When he was like, I don't need somebody breathing down my neck. That's your boss. Yeah. That's the person who should be breathing down your neck when you are not reaching the minimum.
He's too busy on the streets talking to Landon. Jump scare.
Oh my God.
I was cracking up. Anyway, one of the best shows Bravo has blessed us with.
No, if you're not watching it, you have to.
And I think the win for us, and this isn't everyone, but I think it really helped that we could binge the first season and just like get it over with. Yeah.
I also think keep it short. Do not make it any longer of a season. They are getting a real reunion stage, which like good on them, but like I want to keep it small and quaint. Because I don't, no offense to these people, I don't want them getting loaded and then not working at Republic.
I need them to work, always. I need Joe trying to fill tables and failing. Mm-hmm. Really quick, did you watch Below Deck Down Under when the Salt Lake City's ladies have come on?
I haven't. I don't know why I was not intrigued. Is it good?
I really like the season of Below Deck. I find it fascinating. Okay. It's like a very good, interesting season.
Is it?
The Salt Lake City ladies, that part's not that crazy compared to the most interesting part was we see Brittany's unicorn get rescued, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Wait, were we right about the ice cream sandwich or like not sandwich, cake? Like, is there a dessert moment where Ben's like, I gotta get this out? Like these ladies are screaming.
Oh yeah. Him and Daisy get into it because he's like, when can we plate? And she's like, I don't know if they're eating or not. I haven't cleared tables. And they're like, what are you doing? And Ben even comes up at one point and then he's like, yeah, no, never mind. But yeah, we see Daisy like grab Jason from the table. And then like, my favorite part was the unicorn goes over and Joao sees it, the bosun, and or second officer or something. And he's like, oh, we actually can't do that because that's littering and we could get really like fined for it. So he grabs it and then Daisy's like, oh, we found this. So that's how it's rescued. It wasn't like, it was genuinely Joelle being like, we can't afford him like $1 million fine. That's actually like very terrible to pollute in the oceans.
Oh my God.
It was also very fun watching Angie again be like sick and get hurt and the cast be like,
poor girlie.
This girl sucks. Angie just cannot handle apart. And like Mary Cosby was back on my show. But the actual crew, like as they continue the season, very interesting. Very good.
I'm excited. All right. I'll watch it. I need to binge it for sure. So
yeah. I love binge watching Below Deck.
Below Deck, it's never been a show I could watch week to week. I need to like watch a charter together.
Yes, it's so good though. I love this show. There's never been a bad season of it. It's always okay. I'm not listening to anything either.
No,
I never listen.
Looking forward to Noah Khan's next album is coming out very soon, and I am ready to be depressed. I guess in the spring.
Isn't he more a fall guy?
Like I was just thinking about that. I wonder how that's gonna hit.
I wonder all the new albums. We haven't heard a lot from a lot of artists. I feel like. Where's Beyonce at? You know?
Good question.
Actually, Olivia Dean has really taken over my life. I love her so much. But she's also kind of sad girl-ish. And I'm like, we're in summer now.
You know what? Yeah, we need to find the song of the summer, and it is not going to be Jesse Solomon. That is what I'm not listening to.
It's I took a pill in Ibiza. I'm going to send you that video because it was so funny. I cackled. I'm bringing back 2016, okay? Chainsmokers is on the rise.
You're in 2016. I'm in 2008. I'm in Hope era. You're in, like, club.
I'm drunk. I'm just drunk. Yeah. But to be clear, it's summer 2016 when Obama was still president, okay? Fall 2016, I've never been more upset.
Yeah.
And also, the election is always, like, 10 days before my birthday. So my birthday... every 4 years, my birthday could be really good or really bad.
That's rough.
And it's really bad sometimes.
Just really bad.
Anyway, this was great. I love a good also episode. A 10 out of 10. Before we go, do all the things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.